Hey guys, this is Matt for Creative. Now today I'm here in New Jersey and I'm doing this a little bit earlier than I thought because if you didn't know, I work at a place called TMC. It's a store. We have a few locations in the Lower East Side, then we have pharmacies around Brooklyn. But what I'm talking to you about here is closing down one of our stores temporarily because of the lack of people, because of this coronavirus, the COVID-19. I know I've been reporting on everything that I can get. I've been doing other videos of maybe just walks around New York City. But I just want to talk to you a little bit about closing a store. Now, it's not something that we take lightly. It's that, honestly, the traffic, because of the other stores that have either closed altogether, just temporarily, closed altogether, or shortened their hours, it's creating a lot less traffic. And if you know anything about the Lower East Side, there's people that do live there, and there's people that travel from other places to this location, because there's iconic places like Russ and Daughters to get food and Cat's Deli also to get food. And normally when it does get about this time of the year where you don't have to have a heavy jacket on, I just have something light, people usually start coming out. But because a number of places in New York City have already started shutting down, you can see things like big places like Macy's and Urban Outfitters, they've shut down. But now even the smaller stores, they've also begun shutting down. So what we've had at our store is we carry essentials. We carry home essentials and pharmacy essentials, over-the-counter products. And for the longest time, we were making orders for them and hoping that, actually, I don't even want to say hoping. We were waiting to see what would happen next. So all of a sudden, I saw places like Target and Walgreens and CVS, they were losing stock of items, things that we still had in stock. So there was a reason for us to be open because we had toilet paper, we had paper towels, we had hand sanitizer and soap. So while we do sell other things like candles, home goods, and other niceties, the essentials were why we are there. But after a while, a lot of people get that stuff, and we started running out, and we thought not to make orders because it would make sense just in case that there was maybe a government mandated closure or lockdown or whatever you want to call shelter in place that would force the store to close, and then we wouldn't have anything. Because if you order something, it usually comes within the week or the next day, but there's a chance you may order things for a pandemic like this, but maybe they come after some kind of government mandated closure. So in this case, we kind of held off, and we just naturally ran out of things because people needed to buy stuff. But then we saw other places, or I saw places like Target and CVS, they started getting back the things that they were losing. So they started getting back paper towels, they started getting toilet paper, I was finding hand sanitizer around and antibacterial soap. So whatever the need was, us being there for essentials, that purpose was coming to a close. We just didn't have what people would need, and because of, some incidents and some things that I saw in the area, it just made sense to not keep that location open. And I'm sure there are so many people out there in the same situation with small businesses, trying to make ends meet, trying to give hours to a staff that needs them. But I think once, at least in this time, once you're not an essential part of maybe a grocery store or a pharmacy, which this location does not have a pharmacy, the one I'm referring to, I think it then becomes maybe a hindrance continuing to be open. So that's why we made this decision. It was a hard decision, but it was one that needed to be made. If you guys are in the same position with any business, big, small, doesn't matter, I think this would be a great place to have a dialogue. Do you currently own a business or do you work for a business in New York City? For me, in this case, I'm a special circumstance. I live in New Jersey, but I do work in the New York City area. I guess that's the only difference. Let me know, because I think it'd be very, like what's going to happen? If there is no shelter in place or lockdown, how long do you believe would be the smartest time to keep a location that's non-essential closed? I would say probably about 2 weeks minimum. I am hearing longer though. I think the longer that you can hold out, because the thing is, rent needs to be paid. People need to have the money to actually go and shop and do things. So you do have to consider that. Oh, I felt like I'm back in New York. Anyway, guys, again, if you have any questions, you can find me on Instagram at m8b9. And if you would like to email me, I'm there at matt8b9@gmail.com. I'm going to be doing more content from the home, and I'm going to find some quiet places, not around people, hopefully, to do other kind of filming. So if you have any suggestions, if you want to see how New York City is doing during this time, because it's a very interesting time that we're living through. It's a very unique time to get this kind of video content. Let me know, guys. All right, I'm going to do some essential shopping, and I'll see you guys later. See ya.